I knew something was wrong the moment the river stopped making noise. Not froze, not dried. It simply went silent, as if the water itself was holding its breath. That was the night everything began. My name is Jonah Mercer, and I grew up in a town that barely exists on maps anymore. Greyhaven sat between a forest that never thinned and a river that never slept. At least, it used to never sleep. The river was our heartbeat. You could hear it from anywhere, a low, constant murmur that followed you even into dreams. When it stopped, the silence felt wrong, heavy, like the air before a storm that never breaks. I was 29, working night shifts at the old water treatment station. It was a lonely job, but I liked the routine. Machines hummed, lights flickered. The river flowed past the windows like a dark ribbon, until it didn't. At exactly 2:17 a.m., every gauge on the wall twitched at once. Then the sound vanished. No flow. No movement, just a black surface outside the glass, smooth as oil. And beneath that silence, I felt something watching. I stepped outside with a flashlight. The air smelled metallic, like wet coins and rust. The beam cut across the river, or what should have been moving water. It looked normal, too normal. The surface reflected the stars perfectly, as if frozen in time. I tossed a small stone. It hit and vanished without a ripple. No splash, no sound. I backed away, heart pounding, and told myself I was tired. Night shifts play tricks on your mind. But the town noticed too. By morning, people gathered along the banks. Dogs refused to drink. Fish floated just beneath the surface, alive but unmoving, eyes open. Old Mrs. Calder whispered that the river was listening now. That night, the dreams began. I dreamed I was underwater, standing on the riverbed without drowning. The sand beneath my feet felt warm. Above me, the water hung like glass, and from the dark ahead, something massive shifted. Not swimming, waiting. I woke up with river water dripping from my hair. 3 days later, the first person vanished. Mark Bell, a local fisherman, walked down to the river at dawn. He left his boots on the shore, neatly placed side by side. No footprints led into the water, no struggle, just absence. The silence of the river spread into the town. Birds stopped landing near it. The forest leaned away, branches bending like they were afraid. I started hearing things at night, faint knocks from beneath the water, slow and rhythmic, like someone tapping on glass from the other side. I reported it. Officials came. Scientists took samples. The water flowed again when they were present, as if pretending. But every night after they left, the river went still, and it spoke. Not in words, in memories. When I stood near it, I smelled my father's old jacket, heard my mother humming a song she sang before she died, felt moments I had buried rise to the surface. The river knew us. I couldn't stay away anymore. One night, I followed the sound, a low pull in my chest, down to the riverbank. The moonlight made the water glow faintly blue. My reflection wasn't right. It smiled before I did. The surface rippled for the first time in days, forming a slow spiral. From its center, something emerged, not a creature, but a shape made of shadows and reflections. Faces drifted across it, familiar ones. Mark Bell, my mother. People I recognized and people I didn't. They weren't dead, they were held. A pressure filled my head, and suddenly I understood. The river wasn't killing anyone, it was collecting. It fed on grief, on unfinished moments, on the weight people carried but never spoke aloud. Greyhaven was full of that weight, and I carried more than most. The river showed me the past. Long ago, before Greyhaven had a name, the river was worshipped. Not as a god, but as a keeper. People gave it their sorrow so they could survive. In return, the river stayed calm, safe. But generations passed, the ritual faded, the sorrow stayed. Now the river was full. It needed release. That release was us. The shape leaned closer. The water climbed the banks without moving, surrounding me without touching. My breath fogged, my chest tightened. Give, it demanded, not with sound, but with feeling. I saw the truth then. The river didn't want bodies, it wanted memories, pain, the parts of us that drowned us slowly anyway. I could feel it pulling at my worst moments, my father's final night, my words left unsaid, my guilt for surviving. I could let it take them, but once given, they would never return. Behind me, I heard footsteps. People from the town had followed me. Dozens stood at the riverbank, eyes hollow, drawn by the same pull. The river rose higher, reflections twisting into desperate shapes. If we all gave, Greyhaven would forget itself. No more pain, no more history, just quiet. I stepped forward. The water wrapped around my legs, cold and warm at once. I screamed as memories tore loose, ripping through me like hooks. I felt lighter, empty. The river shimmered, satisfied. Then something changed. It hesitated. Because I didn't give everything. I held on to one memory, one small burning truth. That pain, as heavy as it was, proved we were alive. And the river hated resistance. The river exploded into sound. Water roared back into motion, crashing, screaming, alive. The shape shattered into ripples and vanished beneath the surface. The people behind me collapsed, crying, clutching memories they almost lost. By morning, the river flowed like it always had. Greyhaven returned to normal. Mostly. Some people forgot small things, names, faces, pieces of their past. Mark Bell never returned. Neither did the others the river had taken fully. As for me, I still work nights. I still hear the river. But now, sometimes, it whispers my name with hunger. Because it remembers me. And one day, it may come asking again. The river never truly forgets what it tastes. This was Noctis Tale, where every night hides a new story.